65-pound barbell. I'm going to start in a very narrow stance. I'm going to take out all the slack in my spine, extend the spine, expand the rib cage, retract the shoulder blades. I'd like to take an under grip because this is the grip I use in real life to lift things. I'm just going to do kind of a modified Romanian deadlift. I'm not concerned with how far I lower the bar. It's the opposite. Once I bend my knees, I'm going to anterior tilt my pelvis till it doesn't want anterior tilt anymore, and then I'm just going to push it back. I'm trying to find or engage my hamstrings as soon as possible with this 65-pound weight. Bend the knees, anterior tilt, pulls the thighs and the shins back out of the path of the belt, puts me strongly into my hamstrings. I'm also trying to fire my shoulder retractors, extend to keep the weight. I'm trying to not let this weight touch the floor and do anything I can in my upper body to increase the stretch. Whew, that's a big stretch. That I was feeling in my hamstrings. I'm in the mood to talk today, so I hope you don't mind. I'm sorry, but at some point I'll probably have to plug in again and focus on what I'm doing. But as best as I can, I'd love to share with you at least some of the methods and practices that I feel have benefited me greatly over the years. Once again, this is not meant to be an instructional video because if you ask my wife, I do a lot of things wrong. But like I said, this is my workout, and I will be doing this whether the camera is on or not. In fact, that reminds me, I have such a short attention span. Let's make sure that I even put the camera on. Yes, I did. Okay. So, $95. All right. Once again, yes, it's under grip. No, I have never injured my biceps ever lifting this way. Now, today's a new day, who knows, but in general, no, this works out really well for me. So again, I bend my knees slightly, just a slight anterior tilt, pulls my thighs out of the way, brings my shins to vertical so they make nice columns of support. The goal is just to see how hard I can make my hamstrings work with this 95-pound barbell. It's not how far I can move this barbell. I don't want it to touch the floor. I'm trying to retract my shoulder blades, which pulls me harder into my hamstrings. And then when I hold that stretch, I use that stretch to elevate the long lever of the spine. Come up here, just oof. Good. Okay. You know, in earlier times, on a deadlift, I'll just slap a 45 on each side and just, but number one, I'm not not in that place in life anymore. Also, maybe I should have been warming up a little more thoroughly back in those days. But anyway, for me, and I know that looked a little dicey, but trust me, it's okay. I found that this is taking my time a little bit more. One more time, nice long pull through the hamstrings. weight touch the floor, it just feels like a long pull through the hamstrings. Okay. All right. Bring some metal. So, my goal, even when I was a young man, my goal has never been to lift a lot of weight in anything. You know, I've never really cared too much about 1 RM lifts. I like to do kind of the opposite, where I'll take a weight that's not too heavy and I will manipulate my body levers in such a way, or I will arrange my body levers in such a way to make whatever I'm lifting as biomechanically challenging as possible by, I guess, arranging myself in a lift so that I'm pushing or moving through the most joint angles. Okay, so and this lift is great, you know, like a stiff-legged from here. The bar moves that distance, which is great. But if I can get down in here, the distance that my joints travel, because the bar's gonna end up in the same place as that first lift. But if I am down here into all my ankle, knee, and hip joints, even though the bar moved the same relative distance, the distance I feel my body traveled and the way it did that was much greater. So that's what I'm trying to do with these lifts. I'm not trying to lift heavy, doing whatever it takes to make that heavyweight lift move. But that's just me. Okay. Oh, by the way, I just do a couple under grip. I'm thirsty. Not like you care, but it's just fucking water. Drinking it out of a Whole Foods instant coffee glass jar. That's the way I roll. Okay. I know it's a long, arduous workout, but I just found if I patiently increase the weight just a little bit for a couple reps, tends to keep this old dog safe and in the game. Another thing, and you can say whatever you want about my deadlift form because it's probably a little bit sketchy, but another thing I'm focusing on, I'm not trying to go from the mid-foot to heel on this. A lot of time, any opportunity I have on any lift where I can push with my toes and my calves and my feet, I'm gonna take that. So when I'm here, I'm gonna try to get down and get my hips wedged under, my chest up, but I'm not trying to get back on my heels. I'm not at the lighter weights. I'm not interested. I'm trying to actually push off the front foot. It's not a recommendation, but I'm just letting you know what I'm doing. Okay, so here we go. Well, we get, let's bring it to 185 and I'll talk some shit about the arch supporting insoles, because over the last few months, for me, supporting my arches has allowed my feet, my ankles, my knees to heal in a few weeks. Before, I've been trying to heal them up for years, and I haven't gotten the kind of recovery that I have from just a few months supporting my arches. So, once again, I know it's a little controversial, but I don't give a shit. I know what worked for me. And by the way, they're helping me a lot in this as well. Because my ankles used to kind of go, and my knees on a microscopic level go in and click, 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 and grind, and all this shit. So, okay. Another thing is, as a weight, for me, this is getting a little heavier, so I really need to prepare the fascia in my back, in my lats. I really pre-stretch it. I want to feel like it's a tortoise shell over my lats before I go down and get this, because a lot of this weight is going onto that tortoise shell of fascia, and I'm going to be pushing with my toes to get this off the ground. Putting it on my back, no problem. Okay, if that feels good, I'm not going to waste any more energy on that load. We can do this and just bring it up. Hi, Bubby. How you doing, big boy? Okay. Once again, I'm stretching out the fascia in my back and my lats, trying to broaden it as much as I can, so it's pre-tension. So when I go down, when I start to wedge my hips under, I can feel that fascia. It's almost wanting to pull this weight off the ground just by itself. And then I'm gonna shift on the front of my feet, which I know you shouldn't do, and I'm not recommending that, but, and now, once again, this weight is on the balls of my feet, and I know, once again, I know that's controversial, but I lift that way because from my past experience, I have found almost every time I've had to lift something that's either very heavy or requires many repetitions, that I'm on the balls of my feet when I'm trying to lift that thing, and I'm carrying it in an under grip. I've never had the luxury of an over grip in real life that I can recall. That's not to diminish the utility of the over grip. It's just cleaning the barbell up to my shoulder. Reminds me I haven't done that in a long time either. Okay. $225. Skin's going to prepare the back fascia. Stretch it out, create tension with that. Try to create that tortoise shell of fascia in the lats. Then I wedge the hip under. All on that back fascia. Felt good. All right. All right. Okay, so based on how that 225 felt, if I'm being honest, this is anything from this point on, for me in my current state, it's kind of heavy. Not that that means anything. All right, fuck up and go. Here we go. So I would modify my form a little bit. Once I got down here, as I started to lift, this was kind of complaining me a little bit, so I had to kind of shift out of there, bring it slightly more deadlift, straight leg. That's fine as long as we know to do that. Okay. $275. All right. Okay. As the weight gets heavier, I find I get less chatty. That's probably good for you. Okay, here we go. All right. So once again, I prepare the back, the fascia, and the lats, upper shoulders, feeling that fascia just stretch and engage all the way to where it attaches in my lower back. Okay, I'm going to flare that, put it on that fascia. Just realizing I took an over false grip. I guess there's a reason for that. That's cool, okay. Whew. Head rushy. Okay. Well then. 295. You know what? This could be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Let's of course hope not, but 300 pounds. All right, here we go. All right. That was a rush. Okay. Very nice. Okay. What I'm about to do, I technically shouldn't do. You can call me all the names you want, but this is what I would do, although the camera's off on, so. Just take a look at 3 plates. Oh. Wow. Okay. Excuse me. I think I don't know what the fuck I think. Just standing here and choke. Hi, chica.